Hey everybody, Paul Mack here. You know, we homesteaders often dream about having our own greenhouse where we can not only extend the growing season into fall, but we can begin the growing season earlier by planting little seedlings in cups or trays or whatever and getting a jump start on the growing season in our garden. Greenhouses are wonderful things to have, but you say, how can we get one? How can we afford it? A large greenhouse, pre-made, ready to go, is not only expensive to buy, it's pricey to move as well sometimes. And then you go the other direction and you buy a cheap greenhouse online. You get it, it lasts maybe 2-3 seasons at the most, and the plastic deteriorates, it's cheap, and doesn't last very long for the money. So what is a homesteader to do? Well, folks like 3 of the viewers of the Farmhands Companion channel that I'm going to show you today took matters into their own hands, wanted a greenhouse, and built one either from materials around their farm or from recycled materials that they were able to cheaply acquire. Now this first one comes from Tom and family all the way from, now get this, Oxford, and not Mississippi, from Oxford, England. The original one, yeah, that's right. Tom writes this: ours is a very modest 0.5 acre, but we are very grateful for the space we have and the opportunities that the trees around us provide. We moved into our home 18 months ago. Our plot contains 2 sections of closely grown western red cedars, 50 in one and 20 in another. We are keen to develop the space using the materials we have available and to increase wildlife. We had 30 cedars cut in February of 24, milled straight away, and have been storing them for projects. The plan is to build small and work to bigger projects. The current project is a cedar framed greenhouse, and in this first picture here you can see where they were laying the groundwork, getting ready to put the greenhouse in that spot right there. And then this next photo is from early in February. You can see the greenhouse frame is already up and it's looking good. It looks like a kind of a lean-to style roof there. Tom says we have first cuts as a back to the lean-to structure. Now what he's talking about there, you can see in this next picture, he has used the slabs that were basically the first cuts off the log there, and he's using those as the back wall there. Tom then says the milled timber is all western red cedar, which was previously growing on the site of the greenhouse. So isn't that something, to take timbers that were growing in this spot and turn them into lumber and then use them to build a greenhouse on the very spot that the timbers were growing on. Now you can see in this next photo, Tom and his family didn't even wait to start growing things that first season. I can see he's got some translucent panels on top of the greenhouse, but evidently no sides. But Tom says no worries. You can see there the family started growing all kinds of things in there. And looky here in this next picture, you can see pumpkins growing even outside the greenhouse there, since there's no outer walls on it at that point. And I see a few tomatoes and some, looks like some green beans growing there on the inside. And then several months later, Tom wrote, I wanted to let you know that after 1 year of construction, we have finished our homemade western red cedar greenhouse. And here's a photo of the inside of that finished greenhouse. You can see that beautiful stained glass there. Tom said that stained glass was provided by his mother. Aren't mothers wonderful? And that is a beautiful finishing touch to that elegant greenhouse made from the timbers that grew right there on that spot. Now here's an outside view of the finished greenhouse, and he's got it stained a beautiful red color there. It looks like glass on the sides there. Tom says finally, overall I think it took around 4 hours a week for a year, so 200 plus hours. The frame is true 2x4, and I've clad all the outside with 1/4 inch thick panels, which are sanded and stained to bring the color out. The glass is secondhand from industrial greenhouses in the east of England, and the project was all built with a handsaw and electric drill for the screws. Now with all that snow on the ground there, it makes me just want to run in there, shut the door, and get warm. So Tom and family, I know that when you put that much time in on a project, it just makes you enjoy using it all the more. And I'm sure, the Lord willing, you'll have many good years of use with that homemade greenhouse made with lumber from trees that grew right where it stands. The next greenhouse build photo comes from the United States, and it's Tina from Colorado. Tina says, I built this terraced greenhouse out of reclaimed windows and wood, and half rotten wood too. Tina there, I think, is referring to one of my videos called Building a Small Log Chicken House, where I purposely built it out of half rotten wood, just to show that when you really need something, it doesn't have to be perfect necessarily, it just has to be. Tina goes on to say, you know, paint can really help with weather exposure. A yearly coat applied can really lengthen life, especially in the high altitude Colorado winter. In gratitude, Tina. Now, I like Tina's use of recycled windows, and especially arranging them in that geometrically creative way. I also really like that split level look it has. It's hard to see with the photo, but as Tina said, it's a terraced type greenhouse, and the ground looks like it's really, really steep there. And a lot of times that's what we have to deal with on the farm, is building something in a place that's not necessarily flat, and that can be a real challenge. But it looks like Tina has mastered it perfectly here, and with the added touch of making it look beautiful at the same time. So good job, Tina. Very well done. And finally, these photos come from Chris in Pennsylvania. Chris writes, we had our windows replaced, and I salvaged the windows to make a greenhouse. I also bought a trailer of wood for $30 and picked up wood that a pool supply company throws out. This is my first major build on the homestead. Again, thank you for your inspiration. Now, look at this picture here. You can see there the windows that he took out of his home when he put new windows in his home. He used these old windows and recycled them. You know, a lot of times you can find old buildings being torn down that have this old style wood framed window that you can salvage. And I've even seen whole greenhouses made with about 30 40 of these windows all put together and then painted white. Doesn't matter what size the windows are, they can all be different. You just have to arrange them in a certain way, and you can build your framing to match the width of the windows. And even if you don't have enough windows to do the whole greenhouse, you can just do the south side of it here in the northern hemisphere. If you live in Australia or New Zealand, you'll have to do the north side of it to get the full advantage of the sun. So take a look at this picture here. Now it looks like Chris salvaged an old door there too, which is a very nice touch. And see how he's made the framing of the building match the width of his windows as well as the door there. So that's looking good. That's on one end of the greenhouse. It's a pretty long greenhouse. Beautiful, beautiful view of the front of it there. I can see over there on the right his old greenhouse. He's not going to need that anymore now that he's got this nice greenhouse built. And if he ever does make his wife upset at him, she won't be making him spend the night in that plastic greenhouse. He'll be spending the night in that nice greenhouse, which probably wouldn't be that bad and probably be pretty warm. But, you know, she's not going to get mad at him anymore because he built her this beautiful, beautiful greenhouse for her to start her plants in. So that solved a lot of problems, not only your gardening problems, but it's probably been quite a boon to your marriage as well. Now, as we can see in several of these pictures, particularly this one, it looks like this greenhouse was built on a foundation of a former building or something. I see steps going up. Man, that's just beautiful. I love the way he reused all that, especially that nice concrete foundation there. I don't know what building used to be here. I don't know that Chris told me. So, Chris, tell us what building used to be there. You can leave that in the comment section below, and we'll look to see what Chris says later. On this next picture, you can see this is a view from the inside looking out those front windows. Looks like they have a beautiful, beautiful view probably of their property there. And you can see also, it looks like those homemade plant starting tables that he's made. He's got a lot of room in there to start a lot of plants. That's just a wonderful looking greenhouse. Makes us all wish we had one just like that and could hire Chris to come build us one. Now, I thought these 3 greenhouse projects by Farmhands Companion viewers were great, great builds. If you thought so too, please leave some encouragement for these folks in the comment section below. I'm sure they'd be greatly benefited from reading what you have to say. And you know, we farmers and homesteaders, we all need to encourage one another. So maybe you're in the middle of a building project that perhaps the Farmhands Companion channel here has inspired you to build. Well, send photos of your work to me along with permission to use them here on the show. send them to my email address. You can find that on my website at farmhandscompanion.com. And perhaps we'll feature your building in a future edition of Farm Hands Companion viewer projects. And don't forget to take a look at some of the things I have for sale at my website, farmhandscompanion.com. You'll see one book in particular called Building an Old-Fashioned Pole Barn. This book is one I wrote for homesteaders who simply want to build a simple pole barn for their use on the small farm or homestead. Maybe you're not a carpenter. Doesn't matter. Maybe you're intimidated by building things. No need to be. This book will help you out, especially. So go to the general store page on my website, Farm Hands Companion, and take a look at that and other books I have available as well. I'm Paul Mack, and until next time, I'll talk to you later.